We are live. Alrighty. Just wait a couple of seconds. Everything looks all good. Righties, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to round 2 of Tier 4 for the Oceania Racing Series. We are here at, obviously, the beautiful circuit of Monza, circuit the Autodrome La Monza. Very excited to be here, very excited to get underway. Got full qualifying, and then we've got 27 laps, and I'm expecting some epic battles, a little bit of chaos, but all around some pretty epic racing. If you're not at Monza and you're not expecting chaos, what are you doing? You see it every year. 2019 we saw it, 2020 we saw it, 2021 we saw it. So you know, Monza's you're always going to expect a little bit of something special. But we'll get into it. First Grand Prix happened in 1950. We've got 27 laps, a circuit length of 5.7 kilometers, a race distance of around about 150 kilometers. The lap record is 1 minute 21.04, and we've got 11 corners on this beautiful track. I will call chicane 1 and chicane 2 because I know I'm going to 100% stuff those names up. I will not get those done for the life of me. So I can name pretty much all the other corners, but the 2 chicanes. I do apologize, apart from Ascari. I know Ascari. I know the Lesmos, Ascari, and Parabolica / Alberto, the new last corner. But apart from that, that's about it. We have what is it? 2 DRS zones from the pit straight down into turn 1, and then out of the Lesmo 2, turn 7, all the way down to the beginning of turn 8. So I'm just waiting for the drivers to ready up. We've got all the drivers in, and we're just gonna get going very shortly, and I'll get these comments up in just a second. Do apologise if I miss it. But we'll go through the grid. In the Mercedes, we have 1 reserve tonight, and that is I Crossed You, followed by his teammate Rolling Thunder. In the Red Bull, we have returning drivers of Quiet Cake and Grandson Nips. Pardon me. In the McLaren, we have Red Bull Moose, the great man himself, and then Noodle and Marble. In the Aston Martin, we have Keely Asbro and Cool Boy. Hopefully he'll be cool as a cucumber tonight under pressure. In the Alpines, which last night they did their review, and I got to admit, I definitely think Esteban Ocon's going to have flashbacks to 2018 to sitting in a bright pink car for the first 2 rounds in the BTW Alpine. But we've got Maniac 90 and Skidall Peak. In the beautiful Ferrari, Scuderia Ferrari, we have Wolfer, It's Not Me, It's You. In the other Italian team, well, wait, we've got 3 Italian teams really. We've got in the AlphaTauri, we've got Striker 9 and Jace F1. In the Alfa Romeo, we have Yoon Baraban and Sheep Trick. In the Haas, we have Racer OCE61 and Bads. In the Williams, that's Tough Chef and Bill Battlers. Oh, apologies. And Bill Battlers. So that is our grid for tonight, and it looks like all the drivers are readying up, and we're about to get underway. And I am just going to get these comments up. I do apologise. So we can get seeing who are the wonderful faces in the chat. Should be a beauty of a race, and we're starting right on time. You'll love to see it. I was a little bit worried there for a moment. I wasn't unsure if I was able to get in, but we got in, and it's all good. Now heading into Q1 should be interesting. But you know, we're gonna expect some interesting times. I'm gonna say like a 123. 123 will be the cutoff. We'll say 123 will be the cutoff. Hopefully and then we should see some faster rounds and faster. Hello, Banana Hammock. I see you in the chat. Alrighty, so who will be our first car out tonight? I know that in season 1 and season 2 there was in a couple of tiers there was always that driver who would get out first. And I'm pretty sure last week it was Wolfer. So will Wolfer be the first car out this time? Or who else would it be? It's blurred, is it? It is a little bit blurry. No, it shouldn't be. It should be on the normal. I honestly have no idea why it's blurry. And it looks like we do have our first cars out on track. And just some cars stopping on the middle of the track. We'll get our track map up. And we'll go broadcasting camera. And who was that first car out? It looks like that was a Williams of Maniac? So Alpine. An Alpine of Maniac is the first car out on track. So we'll run on board with him as he comes up towards the Ascari chicane. See, Ascari, it's one of those corners, if you don't get right, it's A all over. Rather, it's mainly the exit. It's mainly the exit that you need to be worried about. But if you don't get that exit right, that wall on the inside there, it's got your name written all over it. That's what it is. The stream is extremely blurry. I do not know why. Are just experiencing, and have we already seen a driver? Is that Red Bull Moose who's had a bit of trouble? No, it looks all good. Alright, right on board with Maniac because he was the first car to cross the line on his lap. Obviously, he set the fastest because he's the only person who is he's in the lead at the moment. Or a little bit wide on the exit of Lesmo too, but brings it back in nicely. And he comes down up into Ascari once again. And where is he braking at? He's braking around about the 100-meter board. Oh, yeah, that wasn't the best best entry or exit through there. As he comes around, comes down into the final corner. Alberto, I'm pretty sure it's called, or Parabolica if you want to go back with the classic name. And to the line, it will be a 122.8. And then the next car is, oh, cool boy, a 121.4. Nice lap from him. Noodle and Marble of 122.7. And we've seen a couple of boys. And we've got iCrosty starting his lap. Is that... Who was that? We had Sheep Trick who just said his time, a 123.6. We've got some Grandson Nips, the person who won it last week in Bahrain, He won it from pole. A 1 minute 21.1 is his current time. That's a decent lap. Yeah, Maniac is a full-time driver in Tier 4. So there's only one reserve, and that is I Crossed You, the driver I'm currently on. He is the only reserve in tonight, filling in for Maloney D. He's got a very nice helmet. It's got some blues and some blacks and whites in there. Oh, misses the apex, misses the double apex once again. Have a look, we've seen Red Bull Moose put in the time 123.8, 123.7, sorry. And who else is on a lap? We'll have a look. We were seeing, was that I Crossed You just went quicker again? It was. I crossed a 121.5. We've got 3 drivers into the 121. That's decent. And mate, I'm so sorry, but that's a straight up ouch. Yeah. We'll have a look. It seems like Baz is on a lap. Baz was a little bit unfortunate last week, and he really struggled, but hopefully this week he's a lot better. I've raced with him personally, and I know he's a great racer. He's definitely one of the boys who, on his good days, he's a top bloke. Grandson Nips! Oh no! So Grandson Nips will not be making it unless no one else steps a lap. He's going to miss out. Yeah. Do apologise. I am just experiencing a little bit of difficulties with the stream, but there's nothing I can really do at the moment with that. I think it's just a little bit of mix of everything at the moment that's happening. I'll just up my commentary game. That's what we'll do. We'll up it, and we'll give you all the inside knowledge and action of what's happening on the track. So you have one DNF. And it's not where I expect it to happen. I expected it, if anything, would see a DNF here, right at Ascari. You know, you clip that inside curb, your loose end gets, your rear end gets loose, and you're into the wall. But no, it was just before the second chicane. Yeah. So, we've seen a 13 lap set. Bill Battlers with a 128.098, the slowest time currently. We're yet to see laps from Quiet Cake, Jace F1, so the AlphaTauris, one of the Ferraris, Islam HU, and Keely Asbro, who both of these boys are on outlap. That's Tough Chef, as he's on his lap and coming in to the final sector. We'll have a look at what his time is as he comes around the final corner. Takes a really like a mid-line through that corner. And then Noodle and Marble has lost it out of Lesmo 2, by the looks of it. And I've just heard from one of our drivers that it is going to be raining in the race. So we're going to have some wet weather racing. Oh god, that's gonna be fun. T3 Season 2, it was raining in the wet, and Yeah, it was chaotic, to say the least. I don't even think we got past Curva Grande before it was pure chaos. It was very something. So hopefully it's not as bad tonight, but hopefully we see some exciting things. That's what it's gonna be. Alright, it's not me, it's you. Wolfer is on a lap. Where is Wolfer? Ooh, Wolfer's gone purple in sector 1. He's just gone through the second chicane, coming into the Lesmos now. Nice entry. Ooh, that was really nice. Into the Lesmos, out of the second Lesmo. Beautifully rides that curb out. And then activates the DRS down up into a scurry. Where do you brake here? I always find that interesting. Because some people brake at, say, like at the 100, some people brake just before the 100, and some people brake after the 100, which is really challenging to get right. And we see some cars swerving down the straight, which isn't what you want to do, especially when there are cars behind you on a lap, as he really rides out that outside line, and he comes back in, and it is, Wolfhard goes P4 with a 122.297. Also, it's the 22nd of the 2nd, 2022. So 222. So is starting P2 the lucky number, or starting second last the lucky number tonight? We'll see. We'll see who's at the bottom there at the end of Q1. There is only just 6 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in Q1, and we have seen all but 3 drivers, all but 2 drivers set a time. And who was that just set a time? That was Striker9, who has just set a 121.5. And is he running the George Russell helmet? No, he is not. As he lets, I'm pretty sure that's his teammate past him. Yes, that is Jace F1. So we'll see how Jace F1 goes on his lap. And it's going to be 30 minutes. The first 30 minutes of the race will be dry. Okay, so going into what? Lap 15, lap 18. So you could definitely make Meds go to, you know, lap 16, lap 17, I reckon. And then come the rain if it's... But how long is the rain sticking around? If one of the drivers could let me know, is it meant to be for the rest of the race, or is it only a light drizzle? And this is a beautiful camera. This is one of the cameras I love that F1 have added. Not necessarily the game, but in real life F1. We saw it a couple of times throughout the year. I think it was George Russell we saw the first car on. And it was that driver cockpit. And it was such a beautiful camera. I really hope they bring it back in 2022. It's a beautiful cam. And Jace F1 goes P10 with a 122.5. So the current cutoff time is a 122.7. So Keely Asbro, It's Not Me, It's You. So It's Not Me, It's You, Unit Baraban, Quiet Cake, and that's Tough Chef are all in the knockout zone. And only, so 13 are going to make it through because both Grandson Nips and Noodle and Marble have both crashed out. So it's only going to be the top 13 that are going to make it through. So, it's interesting. It's a bit like watching Q2. We'll have a look. Not too many drivers are in laps. All of them are probably in a lot. I reckon, definitely think the top 7 are safe. We'll go as far as say the top 8. Top 8 are safe. We see Maniac on an out lap. We've got Skittle Peak. He's just gone 3 times quicker, and he's P10 at the moment. Jace F1 is on a faster lap. As he comes across the line, he will move up to P5 at 121.871. So we have 5 drivers into the 121s. Decent, decent. And then, so apart from that, we have two drivers in the 123s, and then one driver in the 124s. But apart from that, everyone else is in the 121s or the 122s. Very interesting, these 122 laps. There's like, it's all within a second. From P13 to P6, all within a second of each other. And even more, so Racer OCE, right, it's done a 122.049, which is basically a 122 flat. And then the difference is back there is 3/10 back to his teammate Baz. And then it's like 0.4 tenths, 0.9 tenths, about 0.45 tenths. Like, there's minuscule time differences between these people. Are the 10 people watching the engine? Possibly. I definitely think it could be. I'm also currently one of those people. So one of those viewers would be Venti Gaming, but that's just because I'm watching so I can see all the comments. We've got 2 minutes left. If you want to get out, I tried to do it last night. I got out at a 1:30, and I didn't make it. Coolboy goes faster with a 1:20.9. That is a lap from Coolboy. That is a solid lap from Coolboy. I'm sorry I did miss it. I did not realize he was on an out lap. I thought he would have retired by now. But yeah, alright. The people who are in the pits, it is get out now or you're not making a lap. Because I tried to do it last night. I went out at 1:30 and I got to the braking zone of Parabolica, and then I couldn't get out. So we'll see whoever on lap now. That's pretty much it. That's the lap. So Maniac's on a lap. We see Shape Trick, June Baraban, Quiet Cake, and that's Tough Chef. Where are these other blokes? So Shape Trick is behind him. Quiet Cake is behind him. That's Tough Chef is the closest driver. He's 3/10 quicker. I don't think it will be enough though. He needs to find about 2 seconds of improvement if he wants to make it in. And to the line it is, yeah, a 1:23.2. Obviously not fast enough unless he has enough battery to go again. Quiet Cake is 7/10 faster than his previous time. So we'll see what Quiet Cake does, but it looks like we've got a Maniac coming to the line. Yep, and there he comes around Parabolica, or Alberto, to the line. He stays P7, doesn't improve, but stays P7. And then we've got Sheep Trick, crosses the line just in time. June Baraban is just in the lead, just come out of the lead smoke. And see what they can do. And as they're coming through Ascari now, nice exit. Oh, I don't think they're going to make it. Looks like they are out of ERS by the looks of it. So, unless Sheep Trick is on a lap, Sheep Trick is 1/10 quicker. He's running a Fernando Alonso style helmet there with the blue and the gold / yellow type. It's looking good. Oh, and Sheep Trick had lost it, and had ended up at the Wall of Death. That bright green barrier, the Wall of Death of Ascari. That is unfortunate for Sheep Trick, so we will lose Grandson Nip, Sheep Trick, Noodle Marvel, Kiwi Asbro, It's Not Me, It's You, That's Tough Jeff, and Quiet Cake. Jesus, that 2, 4, 6. We have lost 2, 4, 6, 7 drivers. And it's only Q1. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Hello to everyone in the chat. If you are just joining, we've just finished Q1 and Cool Boy in the Aston Martin was fastest with a 120.975, which is an absolute stonking lap. So I definitely think Cool Boy could be on here for pole, considering that Grandson Nips is out. But last week we saw this man in Q2, Red Bull Moose, put in an absolute cracking lap. So I definitely think Red Bull Moose, Wolfer, everyone in the top 9 have a chance at getting pole here. But don't count out Rolling Thunder. Rolling Thunder got the fastest lap last week in Bahrain. So the top 10 could easily get the fastest lap. And there we go. So we've got a DNF from Grandson Nip, we've got a DNF from Noodle and Marble, and we've got a DNF from Sheep Trick. That is unfortunate. A couple of boys showed 2 tyre compounds, and 2 and 2. Everyone else just used 1 set of softs. And we have 3 DNFs, and then we lose these 4 drivers, unfortunately. But on to Q2, the strategy race, or the strategy qualifying, which is getting, we are now going to lose that. So, yeah, the Q2 tyre rule will no longer be in F1 2022. Inside the top 10, the tyre you set your fastest lap on will no longer be the tyre compound you start the race on. Which I find is a little bit disappointing, because it definitely, in qualifying, yeah, it only made it like soft, medium type strategies, or intermediates, and then come dry race day, it was obviously, you know, whatever was there. But it is a little bit disappointing because, you know, I think all the drivers are going to necessarily be the same. It's whoever thinks that X compound is faster, but obviously the soft tyre is the fastest compound that we currently have. And we have a couple of drivers on outlap. We have Red Bull Moose. We're right on board with Red Bull Moose in the McLaren. This is, I'm gonna say it, I do not like the look of the new 2022 McLaren. I really don't like it. The McLaren and the Mercedes are the 2 cars that I don't like. Not that like Merc, not because it's just Merc. I don't like the livery. As much as I love that they've gone back to the silver, and you know they're now the silver arrows once again. I don't like it. I really don't. I really like the Ferrari livery, the Aston, the Alpha Tauri, the Hash. Not a fan on the Williams. I'm a big fan on. But yeah, not a massive fan of the McLaren. It's a very controversial topic. It can be sometimes, and oh god, I'm kicking everything over. I've just like kicked over my wheel like 4 times in a row. Bradley, hello, Absolute. I see you in the chat. I don't know. Red Bull Moose's McLaren is extremely rear end loose. This is going to be interesting. If he full sends it through Akari and he misses a touch here, this could be all over Red Rover. No, he seems to have done that fine. But as he comes down into Parabolica, and he has the Mercedes behind him. I don't know if that's I Crossed You or Rolling Thunder, but we're about to find out. Until the line, it is going to be a 122.6, and then okay, so Rolling Thunder is going to set a 122.8, followed by the Williams of Bill Battlers, who's going to so Baz a 123, a 129. That's not a decent lap. Cool Boy a 122.1 on the mediums. Okay, now we need to get the tyre to see what tyre everyone's on and lap delta. Skittle Peak a 122.15 on the soft. Radio, June Baraban a 123.4, Bad a 123.411 on the meds. Got Maniac also on the meds. Who's that? That would be Wolfer, who's just starting his lap. So Maniac to the line. What's Maniac gonna do? A 123.459. Ooh. Interesting laps. Got some slow drivers in. I swear I just saw a Haas reverse out on track. That is a Haas that is losing half of its front wing. Gonna be great. Who's just Bill Battle is going to P6 with a 123. Cool Boy goes faster with on a 121.9. Cool Boy, I wouldn't recommend doing too many laps because these are your starting tyres and you don't want to put too much wear on them too quickly. Because the more wear you put on those tyres, yeah, the less fun you're gonna have come race time. So we're right on board with Wolfer as he comes around the last corner out of Parabolica, and that's the pit glitch that we love to see. A 121.886 on the sauce. And we are yet to see laps from I Crossed You, JSF1 and Striker 9. Striker 9 is just coming around the lead moves. Did that house like miss? Oh no, I think Baz is out of fuel. As we see an Alfa Romeo. Who's that Alfa Romeo? That Alfa Romeo is June Baraban, who is on another lap and is up 1.73 seconds, tenths of a second of his lap. He's on the mediums. Oh, he goes a bit wide there, able to hook it up perfectly. And as he comes down under past DLH, where did he start to put the brakes on? Yep, did not see where he braked, but you know, and then takes that really wide line. That really wide line is a real fun one at Monza, I find. But also that tight, you know, you take a tighter line, so a wide entry, tight exit. I find that can also be quite fun, but it could also be very dangerous in a race, especially if you're battling someone, because they might think you're pitting and pull up behind you or something, and ended up in capoodles with each other. And if you can hear that in the background, that is because it is absolutely pissing down rain currently in the moment, and that is summer in Queensland, ladies and gentlemen. Beautiful sunny in the day, but as soon as it becomes afternoon like nighttime, it is absolutely pelleting with rain. So that also could explain why the stream quality is a little bit low, is because of the weather. Also, in that shot right there, you can see it, it's just the bridge, right? When you look at the old Monza layout slash all the layouts of Monza, there's a big oval thingy in the middle slash halfway in between the tracks and stuff like that, right? It is a striker ghost pole with a 121.59 on the soft. But I was like, alright, like surely Codemasters have like done the full track. Even though we can't use it, they've done the full track, right? No. You go into photo mode and just sit under that bridge and you like go exploring. It's literally just a piece of like, I don't know, grey concrete, and they just like put it up on an angle. When I saw that, I was fuming. I tell ya, I was fuming. I was not happy about that. I know other games, there are cards like Project Cars, or Project Cars has it in the actual game, but Gran Turismo, it has it in the actual thing. It doesn't necessarily have the whole track, but it has the curve in it. Like, it doesn't even have the curve, it's just a flat piece of... Really boils my blood, this, and it's not even part of it, and it's like, it's useless, but yeah, it really gets on me. So we've got 5 minutes left in Q2. And I crossed you a 121.238. I see your votes in the chat. I see you. A 121.238. So we have 4 drivers in the top 4, all in the 121s. And then we have 3 drivers in the 122s. Then we have another 3 drivers in the 123s. And we have 1 driver in the 129, which I think he may have spun or something like that and has been unfortunate. So, or they're going for the ultimate strat, absolute bottle your first lap, come out, smash it on the meds. That's what I reckon they're doing. As we see JSF1 is on his out lap. And I'm just going to take a quick break and be back, and we'll keep on board with JSF1. As Jace comes into the first chicane, gets a really nice entry and exit. Didn't touch any of the curves, did that really well. Takes a sort of tight slash midline through Curva Grande into the second chicane. And then this chicane of death. Well, obviously both chicanes are all the chicanes at Monza are chicanes of death, right? And we see a Maniac didn't lose his wheel, but did lose his front wing. So he had a nice little moment there with the curb of death, with the wall of death, as Baz is coming around on his lap. We'll have a back look at JSF1 as he's coming through Ascari now. He just clips that inside curb, which you don't want to take too much of. The Grimer train is on the bench tonight. Right. It is on the bench. It's unfortunate. I normally love to see you racing, but unfortunately that's not the case. And it is going to be P5 for JSF1 on the softs. A 122.138. So who's on a lap that's coming? I feel like Rolling Thunder's in the pits. Barrett Band is starting their lap on the medium. See how they compare up, because it's only June, Barrett Band and Callboy. So these boys got the ultimate strat. Meds. Apparently it's meant to be rain, so meds to the rain could work. Soft to the rain, you're pushing your luck. you're really pushing your luck if you want to get soft to the rain. We will see what happens, but yeah, I don't think you're making those. And just dipped a tire or two into the gravel on the exit there. You've got a couple of yellow flags around Curve Grande. I think a couple of drivers are battling for and jostling for position there. Not really sure why. We see a very slow Haas coming out of the pits. June Baraban is coming around Ascari. Beautiful wide shot through there. And now down into the braking zone. And they brake at the 50-meter board. Radio. And they really ride that AstroTurf on the what I see is meant to be like AstroTurf type stuff. 122.9. The current cutoff time is a 122.6. No, it is a 122.4. The current cutoff time. So Racer OCE goes P2 with a 121.596. Oh my! Racer OCE 61 and Striker 9. Their laps are that different by 0.1 of a second. What? That's... Whoa. That's amazing. That is amazing. I am honestly shocked. As he is pulling out of the way for the other cars to get past. And we'll see, as I'm pretty sure it's a lot of those cars who they're on the lap. Yeah, June Baraban, he ain't making Q3. Unless he's pulled something magical out of his hat here. And he's gone a little bit faster, but still, unfortunately, not fast enough. Red Bull Moose, he needs to pull something out of his hat if he wants to make it in to Q3. He's currently sitting P11. He's just outside. What about Maniac? What can Maniac do? Maniac's second up on his time. So he's bound to go faster. Wolfer, a 121.3. Maniac goes into P7, a 122.098. So that pushes Rolling Thunder out. And Rolling Thunder's not going to make it. Bill Battlers makes it in by the skin of his teeth. Ooh. So that is the cutoff time. Alright. These 5 boys here. These 6 boys here. Pole contenders. All 6 of them can get pole here. And my pole prediction. A 121 flat. Gonna be pole. A 121 flat is going to be pole. That's what we're gonna get. Calling it now. Got no incidents here, nothing like that. But a 121 flat. Cool boy for pole, says the Aston Martin captain. Yeah, he definitely is a contender. He started on the meds, so he's on the right strategy, I reckon. Who knows? Who knows? Striker 9, definitely in a chance. Wolfer, I crossed. Couple of these boys have big chances. Couple of these boys. So Haas is Haas and AlphaTauri are the only teams that have both drivers through. And Alpine. I'm blind. Apologies. So Alpine, AlphaTauri, and Haas are the only cars that have all their drivers through. So we're just waiting on qualifying to end. And Jesus. That lap between Striker and Race to OCE still amazes me. I'm still so shocked. Oh, the race start. Oh, I thought it was dry. Oh, okay. Okay, so it's wet. Alright, alright. That makes sense. That makes sense. So, 12 minutes here, but by the time drivers get out, probably about 11 minutes of Q3 action. I reckon we're gonna see for 4 laps maximum from all the drivers. So we're gonna see 1 push lap early on, and if a driver invalidates the Scari or, you know, at one of the Lesmos or something like that, we'll see another lap straight after, and they'll come in around about 7 minutes, 6 minutes, and get back out with around about 3 to 2 minutes to go. So we have Racer OCE is the first one out on the lap. In car 61, the nice car number. I run 23, 19, or 61. I won't be able to run 23 next season because Albono is back. So I won't be able to run 23. 19 and 61 are still the numbers that I'll be able to run. Cool Boy is coming out for his lap, and we are yet to see Bill Butterworth. So we are yet to see who is it? Jace F. Jace F1 come out. I do apologise. I had something stuck in my throat. So we'll see what Racer OC does as they are the first driver, or the first driver out on track. So we'll see if they will be the first person to set a lap or if they invalidate. Hello, Banana Hammock. Good to see you back. How is Tier 3 going? I'm assuming you're in the chat, so I'm assuming you didn't make it out of Q1. That's just my guess. I reckon you... who else? Couple other drivers possibly. I can't remember many of the Tier 3 drivers. As we're seeing, how is that not an invalidation? It's the invalidation of going wide at the Lesmo. Apparently not. Apparently not. So as he comes up to Ascari, brakes at the 100-meter board and rides over that curb, and touches that, just snips that inside curb, does that beautifully, and down into Alberto. I'm going to call it Alberto because I like it how it rolls off your tongue. Alberto instead of Parabolica, and that's extremely wide how Parabolica. Alberto. Then what you want, a 122.5 pole. Pole's going to be a second and a half faster, I reckon. It's going to happen. Yep. See, Wolfer, a 121.671. Striker 9. I cross you, ladies and gentlemen. A 120.8. Absolutely smashes my pole prediction out of the park. Absolutely smashed it out of the park by 0.2 of a second. Or, if we're being technical, 1.7 of a second. But, you know, 0.2 of a second absolutely smashed my time. Cool Boy to the line is going to be a 121.1. Baz, where's Baz? He's there. Skittle Peaks is there. Who's that? Bill Battlers. Bill Battlers to the line, a 121.9. So Baz, no. Racer OC, who I'm pretty sure is coming into the pit. We'll see. They seem to be... No, they're going again. So Racer OC, do they improve? Yes, they do. They get into the 121.7. Nice lap from them. Where's Skidor Pigs crossing the line, a 122.08. Bad is coming around Alberto. Sorry. And it is like Bad is going to go into the pits. So we yet to see laps from Maniac and Jace F1. But our current pole time, the 120.8. Stonking lap. Absolutely stonking lap, that is. So, it's really hard to tell now, because I don't know if anyone's going to be able to beat that. No. I know iCross could beat it. I know Striker 9 can beat it. I know Wolfer could beat it. Not the surest about Callboy. Maniac could definitely beat it if he wanted to. I've raced with Maniac before. Maniac is a solid driver. Unless it's at Abu Dhabi. Doesn't know how to take the hotel section. Maniac, if you're listening, I will never forget. You know what you did. And anyone from Tier 3 will know what he did. As we see, so who just came out of the pits then? It was Striker, was it? No? Jace F1. So Jace F1 has not set a lap. So right on board is him. And I'm so glad we won't have to see those white rims anymore from AlphaTauri. As much as it kind of sits like with the car, because the bottom half is white. I'm not digging it. I'm really not digging it. And Bill Battlers, ladies and gentlemen, has felt the raft of Ascari once again. And oh, that is a really funny play. That Tough Chef has left the session. I think that may possibly be a connection issue to the session. We'll just see what's happened. His Wi-Fi is just cut out, so he'll be an AI for the time being, which is unfortunate. So we've got 4 minutes left. Drivers should be starting to come out soon. We'll see. Alright, where's Cool Boy? He's coming up to Ascari. Alright. Let's see what Jace F1 can do. Where is he sitting with his lap data? There we go. Now up in through Ascari. Brakes, oh, just after the 100 meter board. So he's one of the drivers who brakes after the 100 meter board, radio. Does that really nicely, and then comes out wide and just sits in the middle of the track. I've realised sitting in the middle of the track, especially in like narrow parts, so like sitting in the middle of the track at Curva Grande, oh, that can be so annoying to the drivers behind. Because like, you can get past, but like, it's dangerous to get past because you have to get on the grass, and the grass / gravel is unpredictable. You never know what's going to happen. Jace F1 does a 122.561. Not the greatest lap. Could probably go better if he wanted to. Let's see, Cool Boy. He is a tenth up, so he's sitting at the 120 mark. Where is he? Oh, okay. Okay. Unless something goes horribly wrong here, Cool Boy's set to absolutely smash this time out of the park. I reckon this is going to be a 120.7 by the looks of it. Yep, a 120.5. Smashed it by 6/10. So what can iCross do? What about Wolfer? What can Wolfer do about it? Racer OCE, can he do anything about that lap? Can he go faster? And cool boy, you don't want to be stopping on the middle of the track, mate. That's especially on the racing line. Bill Battlers. Oh no, Bill Battlers has already felt. Yep, that's right. Bill Battlers crashed. iCross coming out now. They should make it just in time. Striker is on a lap. Who's coming around there? Maniac. Maniac's 3 tenths up on his time. What can he do? He comes around Alberto. Goes for that really wide line out of Alberto. To the line, it is a 121.974. He sits P6 at the moment. We've got the 2 hash cards. We've got some yellow flags. I think that's an Alpha Tauri going slow. So that is hash 1. What about Baz? What's Baz doing? Baz is a couple of seconds, couple of tenths up. Is he coming back into the pit? Baz is coming back into the pit. So Baz will no longer take part, and it looks like he'll be starting P10. Wolfer's about a tenth up on his time. What can Wolfer do to the line? Wolfer stays 4th. Very close to getting P3, but he's still 4th. Racer OCE, he will not be improving by the looks of it. What about Maniac? Maniac's the 2nd down on his time. He will not be improving. What about JSF1? He's 15 seconds, unless he's like bottling it to get to the line. He's not improving. iCross at the moment is possibly the only person who can do anything about this. Comes in, nice exit, and I think that's a retirement on track or a crash. We'll see. I think, yeah, looks like a retirement on track, but it's all good. As we see, iCross beautifully through the chain into the ledge mode, running into 5th. Ooh, that's a bit low, bit high. Sorry, runs it into 5th out of the exit again. There's Racer OT. He has retired on track. Looks like Wolfer has crashed out. And he comes up into Parabolica. Where's he sitting? He's down on his time. That's unfortunate. Can he go any faster? He just needs to be like 2 tenths of a second faster for pole. What can he do? And he comes around Alberto. How's he sitting? And no, he's into the pit. So, it is Coolboy with a 120.544 on pole, followed by iCross U with a 120.8. Racer OCE 61 with a 121.2. Striker 9 with a 121.3. Wolfer with a 121.426. Bill Butterlands with a 121.948. Maniac with a 121.974. Skittle Peak with a 122.085. It's Jace F1 with a 122.201, and Baz with a 123.1. So, there it is. Now, from what I've been told, it's rather dry start for 30 minutes or it's a wet race for 30 minutes. So, it can flip the strategy. Rather, it's instant dries or full wets to dries, and you go lap 17, lap 18, the weather starts to dry out, soft. If it's earlier, lap 14, like lap 13, meds. But that's about it. Alright, so it's a wet start. If it's, depending on its instance, if it stays wet the whole race, you don't have to stop. You can do instance like straight to the end. You don't have to stop. But if it's gonna dry out, if it's wet into, yeah, or it could be wet to soft. Because I tried to do that. I went wet to soft while it was still raining. Did not work out. Did not work out. Alright, so it's into weather. We see into tires from the Mercedes garage sitting in there. So it's into. So we've got 8 seconds. Boys just possibly changing their front wing, changing their diff, their tyres, pumping them up, putting less pressure in them. Who knows? But we have a formation lap, and we'll get all the data going. A couple of boys just don't want to move. Alright, so we'll go tyre. Alright, everyone's on ITSs. We'll run through the grid, probably around about the Lesmos. But, so this is what we're looking at. We've got everyone on the tyres. This is what we're sitting at. We'll have the gap up. We'll have the interval. We won't necessarily have the interval up in for time because first 2 laps, we're not really going to see big difference unless there's like a safety car or something. But we really won't see massive differences. But here we go, we've got the predicted pit stop strategy. We've got a 1 stop, lap 13 to 18. Didn't see the end of it. It is lap 13 to 26. No, so lap 13 and then lap 18. Really weird. Good old Jeff with the strategy. Alright, let's go through this grid. So, starting on pole, it is Coolboy, followed by I Cross You in the Mercedes, Racer OCE in the Haas, Striker 9 in the Alpha Tauri, Wolfer in the Ferrari, Bill Battlers in the Williams, Maniac in the Alpine, Skittle Peak in the other Alpine, just behind his teammate, Jace F1 and P9 in the other Alpha Tauri. Baz rounds out our top 10 in the Haas, Rolling Thunder in P11 in the Mercedes, Red Bull Moose in the, not in the Red Bull, even though his name's Red Bull Moose, he's in the McLaren, June Baraban in the Alfa Romeo, Sheep Trick Grandson Nips, who crashed out unfortunately, is in P14 in the Red Bull, Sheep Trick in the other Alfa Romeo, Noodle and Marble in the other McLaren, Kiwi Asbro in the Aston Martin, It's Not Me It's You in the Ferrari, That's Tough Chef in P19 and Quiet Cake in P20. I'm unsure if Tough Chef is back yet. We'll see off the start. Wolfer, Bill Ballers and Racer OCE got disqualified off the start. Alright, we'll have a look. Can we get... So... We're gonna hide the UIE. And we're not getting a good... I'm trying to see where we can see the 5 red lights, but look like we're gonna have to sit with the drivers and then we're gonna get the 5 red lights. Looks like the grid is all set and we're about to get going. So we've got 3, we've got 4, we've got 5 red lights, and it is away we go for the Monza Grand Prix, for the Italian Grand Prix, sorry. It looks like the Mercedes goes a bit wide. Coolboy is still in the lead into turn 1, pulled away a little bit. It doesn't look like there's too much chaos through the back of the grid. Oh, some big dive bombs from the Alpine and the Ferrari. Ferrari just turns the Alpine. That's a bit chaotic. And we see the Ferrari end up McLaren sliding everywhere, a bit like that. Anything happening else at the back here? Not really. Drivers are just going really slow. No major crashes apart from those that happened into turn 1. We'll get the UAE back up. What has changed? Not the most. That's Tough Chef. Oh, that's a car around. That's the Haas. That's who's that? That is Baz, and that is someone else too. Who was involved in that? That looks like It's Not Me It's You was involved. Is that possibly? No. So Baz has lost out on that, and I think it was Wolfer has also lost out That Tough Jeff has still not joined back, but is currently sitting in P11 and is racing Jace F1. So we'll see what Jace does. Jace is just going to leave it. Is he going to back out? He is going to back out. But what about Wolf? Yeah, Wolf is going to leave it there. As we see, yeah, he's going to go really wide because he doesn't have anything on him to do. Oh, that was a good shot. Go back to that aerial shot. Go back to that. They all go and battling side by side down into Wolford looking. I don't think Wolford's looking. I think Wolford's coming into the pits possibly because I know some people lost wings. There was debris flying everywhere. Who's that? Is that Grandson Nips? Grandson Nips is into the pits. Jace F1 is also into the pits. Who is this? Rolling Thunder and Kiwi Asbro. They're side by side. Oh, they were side by side for a moment. And also June Baraban is into the pits as well. Someone looked like they wanted to stick their nose inside. Did not work out. Red Bull Moose has made up a couple of positions. Let's have a look at that. Who's made up where? Position changes. Red Bull Moose has made up 5. That's Tough Jeff has made up 5. Kiwi Ashburn's made up 6. Quiet Cake has made up 5. Racer OC has made up 1. Striker has lost positions. Striker has stayed where he is. And same with Cool Boy. Racer OCE has gained 1 position, unfortunately gaining on I Crossed. Biggest losers obviously Grandson Nips, Jace F1 and June Baraban. Obviously all having to pit. And we'll go tyre, we're still on this tyre. So the boys are still quite at the back. Looks like there's a bit of a gap, a little bit of a battle up here between I Crossed and Racer OC. So we will not have DRS enabled after 3 laps, obviously because it is raining. So whenever we see the weather start to dry out, that's when we'll see DRS. A lot of weaving going down the straight. A lot of weaving going down the straight. A little bit of defense, aggressive defense. I Cross gets, it looks like a better exit. He's just sitting behind Racer OCE. Alright, we'll get this interval up now. We'll have a look at where drivers are sitting, and yeah, there's nothing major. So we'll get rid of it for the time being. And we'll just sit with these 2 boys. We'll drop back later. There's a bit of a gap there between who's that? Red Bull Moose and then to Maniac. There looks like there's a bit of a gap there. No, from Wolfer back there's a bit of a gap. It looks like Wolfer and that's Tough Jeff is holding some people up there. What's going on here? Cool Boy's just leading the race. Nothing going on. Racer OCE 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. I Crossed is sitting on his gearbox. Where's I Crossed gonna go? He has to leave him room there. I Crossed is gonna be on the button for sure as they head down into Alberto. Who's gonna be on brakes? Around the outside, can he get it done? He's holding on. It looks like it's still Racer OCE though. And to the line, they're still side by side down the main straight. It is OCE still leading from I Crossed, but I Crossed is trying. He is trying with all of his might to get past him. Is he gonna look at it? And no, they pull off. Well, that was some good racing from the lads there. Show us the time gaps. Sure, mate. Oh no, and I Crossed and spun. Oh, dearie me. So Striker moves up a position. But I Crossed, that is unfortunate, taking out some of those boards there. We see Rolling Thunder getting past, that's Tough Jeff, that's because he's still in AI. What other, we've got, that's about it. What about Baz and Quiet Cake? Grandson Nips fastest lap. Who's behind him? Jason, Boo Baraban. What about Skittle Peak on I Crossed? Or Red Bull Moose on Skittle Peak? This could be an interesting battle. We'll ride on board here. And we also got Maniac right behind him. What's Maniac gonna do? Maniac's a very good racer. Oh, that's a Red Bull Moose off very wide. Red Bull Moose loses that position to the Alpine. So the Alpine's now chasing down his teammate. Don't think they'll be wanting to do too much battling. You know, work together as a team. Try to get things done. What about Noodle and Marble? What's he got to show for here against Shape Trick? Does he go first end into Oscari or does he just sit behind him? looking, you're going to sit behind him, but what about Baz and Quiet Cake? We saw that in the background just real quickly there. Baz and Quiet Cake going at it, and Baz gets the move done into a Scary. Well, what about Quiet Cake? Where's Quiet Cake sitting? Can he get back at him? Or possibly, he looks at it, but it doesn't fit. Oh, he goes for a big lunge from the back. He's going to do a Danny Rick late on the brakes. It looks like Baz has got the better line, though. But what about the slipstream here? The slipstream could be powerful. Yes, it is powerful. He's also on the button. You can see that activated. And look at that. That's a move done and dusted. But we're right on board with this because this battle could go into the chicane as well. No, it will phase out a little bit. Grandson Nip sets the fastest lap once again. But look at this gaggle of cars here. It is insane. And they're all battling like... These three are battling at the back here. And then those two are battling at the front. They're not all battling each other. They're all within, you know, millimeters of seconds of each other. And it's that Quiet Cake on Noodle. Oh my gosh! Quiet Cake has absolutely sent it. He has sent a car flying. Sheep Trick was just trying to turn the corner, and next minute he's on the other side of the track. Quiet Cake, what was that, mate? There's a thing called a break. Have you heard of it? Apparently not. Because that was... Question. Do you pit? Like, I don't really see the point of pitting. Because, like, it's only into... Like, it's not like the soft and it's like they're very wearing. It's only inches. But that was... Quiet Cake. I feel like Noodle and Marble / Sheep Trick is gonna have a lot of side pod damage in the air. He's gonna come into the pits. Could possibly see a retirement depending on how badly his damage is. But that's yeah. So Grandson Nips has retired into the pits. No. What? What? Grandson Nips has retired out of the last turn. Very weird. Alright. We'll go back up here. We'll have a look at these battles. Where are the battles? Where are we sitting? Where are the battles? Come on. I crossed on Bill Battlers. Alright. So Bill Battlers decides to take that inside the line. I crossed loses out a little bit. I crossed could possibly get a better exit here though. Yep, thanks trees. Great shot. Great shot. Turning into Discovery Channel. National Geographic, which is going to be David Attenborough. As we see the elegant cars come through Alberto down onto the main straight. I crossed. It's just sitting behind him. He is on the button, hunting down his prey. See, now David Attenborough doing commentary on a race would be like, it would be amazing. Him and Crofty or him and Martin Brundle, it would be amazing. As we see, I crossed, yeah, gets that move done around the outside. He's still holding that line, it's quite tight. Does that very well. A couple of time penalties have been given away. Where are we looking at? Where's another gap here? We've got Baz on. That's tough, Jeff. Still the AI. Or any other battles? Any other real close ones? Oh yeah, we've got Striker and Racer OCE. They're side by side down through into Ascari. What's going to happen here? Is Striker going to back out? Striker looks like he's just going to back out a little bit. Oh, he goes a little bit wide. That's going to be a warning there. And then he's very slow through the chicane. Racer OCE was got a really good exit there. Now, let's see. What else? So it's lap 7 of 20. So we've still got 20 more laps to go. And we could, we've got a lot more chaos to see. We've already seen some chaos with Quiet Cake deciding to not use his brakes. It looked like he dropped off a little bit. What about Skidall Peak? Skidall Peak's got nothing. Alright, there we go. Bad's on that Tough Chef. Done inducted into the thing there. What about Warfare and Red Bull Moose? He's way too far back to look at like setting a move. What about out into the next chicane? Curva Grande. Who gets the better exit? Looks like Moose kinda got a better exit there. They side by side here now. Oh no, they're not side by side. Apologies, I take that comment back. The gaps are still very similar. It's the closest thing we have apart from Maniac on his teammate. But we'll have a look. We'll go to Maniac and his teammate, because it looks like that's where we're seeing a lot of our battles today, is in between, is from here to up until Ascari. So he's definitely gotten into the slipstream, but nothing's gonna really happen here. What about Wolfer and Red Bull Moose? Red Bull Moose has made a bit of a gap on him. Alright, we've still got Maniac on his teammate. Maniac got a better exit out of Ascari by the looks of it. So he's going to make a simple move. Is he? No, he's not. He's going to sit back behind him. What about onto the main straight? It's lap 9 now. These laps are absolutely flying by. Onto the main straight. It is still nothing. He's definitely closer, but he's still not far enough to be making moves or anything like that. What about Wolf and Red Bull Moose? He's still nowhere near. We've got everything else. 3, 1. It looks like this is still the battle. The two teammates, alright, we'll ride on board the McLaren versus Ferrari. What history these two teams have, you know, both being original teams in F1. Oh, Wolfer really hopped over that curb there. Welcome to all 22 viewers. I hope you guys are having a great night. I'm Venti. We're here for round 2 of OSRL Tier 4. We're here at the beautiful Autodrome de Monza in Italy. We had a fantastic qualifying. Now we're having an open-ended wet start, and we've seen a bit of chaos already with some drivers not understanding what a brake is and understanding what wet weather does to a Formula 1 car. But we've got a little bit of a battle at hand. A lot of the cars are separated, but you've got Noodle and Marvel a little bit close to that Tough Chef. But we definitely see Wolfer and Red Bull Moose. This is the closest battle on track at the moment. Oh, iCross is gaining on Striker though. It looks like Skidall Peak and Maniac have started to separate a little bit. Coolboy is still in the lead. He has not lost a position since. The Wolfer again takes the curb at turn 1 a little bit more aggressively. Now around into Curva Grande. What is it? Oh, Quiet Cake on Sheep Trick. On down into Parabolica by the looks of it. We're right on board with it. The Sheep Trick Quiet Cake goes really deep. Quiet Cake does not have a front wing end plate. He's going to be back into the pit. And that's a quitting pit, if anything, unless he's got the bloody thing on. No, that should have been a penalty. We see Striker. I crossed you on Striker. Wolfer on Red Bull Moose. That track is starting to try out. That rain is getting clearer. And it looks like the sun's about to come out. DRS could be could activate in the next couple of laps. Who knows? Can Striker do anything? Can Striker come back at I crossed you? What about Red Bull Moose? Can he come back at Wolfer? What else is there? We've already seen Quiet Cake onto the mediums and didn't make it into turn 1, and he has been lapped. That is unfortunate. Don't think the mediums were the right choice. Could have been an accident, but who knows. So Striker, he's pulled away What about Maniac? He's closing in on his teammate a little bit here. What about Wolfer and Red Bull Moose? They're side by side. Red Bull Moose got a better send there out of turn 1 and now into Curva Grande. Looks like he's doing a lot better. Looks like Quiet Cake is in struggle city right now. This could bring out a possible, 10-second time penalty for Quiet Cake for exceeding track limits. Yeah. What do these boys do here? Is the track drying up? Possibly. Cars are... Yeah, they look like they're struggling. There's definitely some dry patches opening up. Soft may be the case in a couple of laps. As we see Maniac get past Skittle Peak, and then Skittle Peak get passed by Maniac. So the battle of the two Alpines, they're going on. They've been at it pretty much all race. What else? Wolfer on Red Bull Moose? Nah, nothing really still. We just feel like we've got these all gaggle of cars up here, but they're nowhere near each other. And it looks like that rain is really dropping off now. That track is starting to dry up quite a bit, and Racer OC just took to the skies, and Quiet Cake again has just absolutely... Yeah, I think Quiet Cake should have come back into the pits. He had time to, but he did not. Maybe he thinks it may be worth it to stick out, but he's then got 20 seconds worth of time penalties, and I don't think he'll be getting them cleared off. Alright, we've got Baz here. Baz seems to be a little bit closer to Rolling Thunder than he was before. Let's see, what can he do? Can he do anything here? Seems like it's the closest thing, and Quiet Cake has retired. Could this bring out a safety car? It does bring out a safety car. Where has he retired? He's retired off in the wall right over there. Rightio. So we have a safety car. Alright, Race OC's coming in. iCross is staying out. Striker's coming in. What are they going on to? What do we see down at the hash? What about... What do we see there? It is soft. Striker's coming out onto the meds. And by the looks of it, no, it is soft. So the boys are going to start flooding into the pits. We're going to see a gargle of soft and meds. I definitely think soft are the right tyre, but who knows what everyone decides to put on. I definitely think pitting is the right idea under safety car. You know, soft can, especially with the track still drying out, soft to lap 20. I don't think you're going to get them to the end. 14 laps on soft. Possible, but could be very hard. So we do see another gaggle of soft. Looks like he's just serving a penalty. June Baraban coming in. Is Jace F1 going to come in? He could come in. Yeah, Jace F1's going to come in. Steve Trick, he can also come in. So, Cool Boy, iCrossed, Wolfer, Kiwi Yadsbro, and Rolling Thunder. Maniac went to fresh inters, but it stopped raining. Alpine straps at its finest. Could pay off, who knows? So we've got two people on mediums of Red Bull Moose and Bill Battlers, and we then got soft for Racer OC, Striker 9, Skittle Peak, Baz, and Jace F1. Most people are still on inters, and that is a Bill Battlers sideways through Ascari. Come back onto track, should be fine. We'll go back up front. What are these boys doing? So, Cool Boy's pitting. He's gonna drop right down the order. Interesting straps. Interesting straps. He goes to meds. So iCross is our new leader. We'll just sit on iCross for the time being. We'll wait for the safety car to catch up. But we'll have a look at penalties. So we've got 3 seconds for Racer OCE, 3 seconds for Rolling Thunder, 3 seconds for Red Bull Moose, 5 seconds for Skittle Peak, and a drive through for Jace F1. Quiet Cake, so both Red Bulls are out of this race. Both Red Bulls had a couple of pens as well. Back to Tyler, and I'm just going to take a quick drink break. I'll be back with you by the time we're out of the lens mode. Alrighty. And look at that track, it is really starting to dry up. Still a little bit of damp patches here and there on the track. But apart from that, it is definitely still, I definitely think dries are the right tire for the time being. And I am just going to mute myself once again real quick because I need to grab my laptop charger off my laptop. Hold up. Alright, we are back. We have gotten the laptop on charge. We are indicating, you kind of joined at the wrong time. I just had to mute myself as I was grabbing my laptop charger. We are in the safety car with Quiet Cake. He went for an ultimate strat, you know, pit like 1 or 2 laps before the rain was meant to stop, and you know, try get things like getting ready. But he went to meds, and like the meds would, like when it's still raining and the rain was dying off, the meds aren't the right thing to put on, like, you know. So he put on meds, and it was a bit chaos. Greatly appreciated, Vince, greatly appreciated. Most drivers have pitted now. We still got about 6 drivers on intermediates. So safety car's in this lap. So iCross is going to be leading the safety car. Surprise, surprise, Mercedes leaving a safety car. Wow. And then Wolf is behind him. We're right on board with broadcast cam, but we might drop back a bit. And look at this gargle. Oh, give us that good shot. Give us that good shot. There we go. That's the good shot. I love that shot. As they heading down into Parabolica. Beautiful shot it is. But we're right on board with, say, like, what we will do is we'll get to military up just from iCross. So iCross is gone. He's gone out of the final corner. Alright, he's gone. There's no caboodles about like there was last week where we saw a couple of drivers have a bit of trouble. That's Tough Jeff has pitted. See some drivers, the Racer OC makes up a move on Wolfer. Cool Boy and Red Bull Moose make up some time on Badge. Badge seems to be dropping a bit. It's not me, you made up a couple of spots here. Looks like a bit of a boat. We're coming around Curve Grande. Ooh, look at this battle. They're side by side. Maniac. Ooh, Maniac on the fresh intermediates into the first chicane. He's doing very well again. Oh, he gets a little bit slippy slidey around trying to get past Kirias, bro. That's not going to work, buddy. So he's going to be patient here. We'll get rid of tumultuary now. We don't need that anymore. And he goes a bit wide, so he's really on the pace. He's really fast now. but the truck's going to dry out soon enough. Maybe lap 20, soft lap on lap 20, who knows, but we'll see where the track does dry out. What's happening? We'll go up to iCross, he's leading fine. Racer OC, no threat from them. We've only got Maniac from the threat from Racer OC on Kiwi Asbro. What about back here? We have Rolling Thunder, Bill Battles, Cool Boy, Red Bull Moose. Anything looking like possibly jostling for position? No, not really. Kiwi Asbro, he's into the pits. Same with Noodle and Marvel. Same with Sheep Trick. So these boys are all putting on tyres. Soft could possibly go to the end, I reckon. Soft could go to the end. Lap 20, Soft could go to the end. Who knows? That's lap 17. They can possibly go 10 laps, but we'll see how it plays out. Still got iCross on Inters. We've still got Wolfer on Inters. We've still got Rolling Thunder on Inters. It's not me, it's you on Inters, and Jace F1, and then Maniac, and it's not me, it's you on Inters. So the only person who's really made some big moves here has been Maniac on the Inters. Who's that? We've seen Bill Battlers on Rolling Thunder. Oh, there's a car there, sideways, whoa, what was that? They were slipping and sliding into the last Ledmo there. We've got Rolling Thunder, he's just on the inside there, he slips behind in. What happened here? We see Wolfer trying to get past Wolfer here. Yeah, it definitely looks like it's time. Maniac's the boat in a bit of a straight line now at the moment. It's iCross coming into the pits, we'll see. Racer OCE's right on his tail. iCross is into the pits. Racer OC, he takes a 129.1, that's the current fastest lap. He goes into the lead, yeah, all the boys are going to pit for fresh. Now, all we see a spin, who's that? Rolling Thunder. He's sideways, and we have a VSC. And he has just done a flick spin in front, and he's taken out June Baraban. This could be a actual safety car now. It has been. And this has really saved. It's not me, it's you. He needs to pit. He needs to pit. Same with Rolling Thunder. Rolling Thunder, yeah, I don't know what he was thinking. He did a venti flick spin. People who know what a venti flick spin is, you get the joke. But yeah, I don't know what that was. Jace F1, he needs to come into the pits as well. This helps him get back up to pack. Get back up with the pack as well. Because, yeah, there's Racer OC and look at Jace F1. That was pure chaos. He just was like, good luck, I turn now. And unfortunately, June Baraban copped a big old raft because of it. Yeah, that was something. That was definitely something. Looks like there's a bit of a... As we see Jace F1, he's going to come into the pits. Oh, Racer OC, yeah, so he's going to stay lapped. So that's unfortunate for Jace F1. Oh, unless he gets out, well, he's not. Yeah, he's not going to get out in front of Racer OC. So, I don't know now. Because we're on the safety car, we've only had like 2-3 laps of like proper like green flag racing since the wet. And like, I don't know how, like what percentage the tyres are on. It could be interesting. Everyone is now on dry tyres. We've got a gaggle of mediums, we've got 5 people on mediums. And that's 3 in the top 5. Red Bull, Moose, Bill Battle, Cool Boy. And then we've got Kiwi Asbro. And then everyone else is on soft. So, where would I cross and drop down to P7? So we'll just sit on board with Racer. Actually, we'll sit on a good looking car. We'll sit on with the Alpine. We'll just run on board with the Alpine until they catch up with the pack and everything. In the chat, pens. Alright, Cairo, you want to see what pens we've got. Penalties, here we are. 3 seconds for Rolling Thunder, 3 seconds for Red Bull Moose, and 3 seconds for Racer OCE. That are our penalties. Biggest movers up the grid. Red Bull Moose gained 7 positions. Kiwi Asbro 7 positions. Cool Boys pitting. Don't know why Cool Boys pitting. We seeing Kiwi Asbro 7 positions. That's Tough Jeff 9 positions. Sheep Trick up 3 positions. Noodle Marble up 4 positions. It's not me, it's you up 5 positions. You know, these boys are definitely making some moves, but the biggest winner is obviously Red Bull Moose at the moment. So he's going to be the game's driver of the day. Go, Cool Boy. Yeah, he's down in P16. I'm assuming he's going to fresh sauce. Yeah. So no, fresh mediums. Huh. Interesting tactic. Safety car should be in this lap because June Baraban, where's Jace? So Jace is sitting in between the top 3 and Red Bull Moose. Red Bull Moose will be wanting him to get out of the way as soon as possible. I mean stat, like as soon as like green flag racing goes, he want to have that. I'm pretty sure safety car will be in this lap because Jace F1, because June Baraban is like just there really. So it could be a late safety car call, but we'll have a look. Or it could be in next lap. Cool Boy had wing damage. Thank you so much for that information. So safety car's not going to be in this lap unless it's in like right at the end here, but I don't think so. Yep, safety car is in. So he's gonna slam on his brakes. He's gonna let that safety car go in, and we're gonna get a gaggle. We're gonna watch to when is he going? Alright, he's gone. So we'll get rid of this, and we'll get rid of telemetry. We'll stable that. What about Striker? What's gonna happen back here? Oh, there's going to be moves ahead of us. Oh, someone's on the grass. Alpine looks to go on the inside. Who's that Alfa Romeo? What they're doing? They've made it 3 wide down the main straight. Not the greatest of ideas. Everyone seems to make it somewhat through turn 1 clean. It is lap 21. We've got 6 laps of green flag racing. This is going to be chaotic. Another 3-second time penalty for Racer OCE. So he's going to drop down. Yeah, at the moment he's dropping down right down to the bottom there. What about Cool Boy? Where's Cool Boy? He's making some moves up. He's in P12. Who else is there? Skidor, Peak, and a Noodle Marble, and it's not me, it's you. That's Tough Chef. It's still not in this race yet. But we will see. We've lost both Red Bulls at the time being. It is insane. I don't know who to sit on to. We'll look into what the... Whoa! What about, who was that? That was Cool Boy. Cool Boy on Sheep Trick into a Starry. That was a brave move I saw there. And now he's going to make easy work of the AI car here. And now, or is he, or is that AI car going to be a bit of a pain for him? No, he's going to go through back for an inside swap. And then he absolutely sends it on the AI car. Make that move nicely done. Striker fastest lap. I crossed you fastest lap. Who else is going to set a fastest lap here? Cool Boy 126.7 on the meds. What about I crossed on Red Bull Moose? They're side by side. It's the Max and Lewis situation. But no cars are going to hop on top of each other. What about back here? Oh, we still see Red Bull Moose and I cross fighting. And Maniac wants to get involved. Maniac's going to look around the outside of Curva Grande. What's Maniac doing? Is he going to try to send it on iCross into the chicane? Yes. Oh, they're side by steel, and iCross has to take a little bit of a shortcut there. Both of them did some chicane hopping. Cool Boy makes past his teammate. Easy work there. But this is a great battle. We see Maniac, I-Crossed, and Wolfer. What about on Red Bull Moose? Where's Red Bull Moose? He's nowhere near Bill Battles. What about Striker? Alright, Derek should be enabled this or next lap. I'm unsure. It could be this lap. We could see some pretty hectic overtakes coming out. What about here? We know I-Cross is really good at exits. What about Woofer? What's Woofer gonna do? Where's Woofer? Is Woofer side by side? They're side by side into Parabolica. And then it's gonna be Woofer into the lead, into P6. Fastest lap for Racer OCE. And who's that into the pits as I-Crossed? He's got wing damage. That's unfortunate. He's gonna pin on soft to the end. DRS is enabled this lap. Ooh-wee. So, Striker 9, he's in P. He can win. He's going to win this race either way because of the 6 seconds that Racer OCE has. But, like, you want to win it on track. So, I don't know if he's going to push, like, 9 laps. There's 4 laps to the end. The tires can definitely make it. But, you know, we'll see. We'll see Rolling Thunder on that Tough Chef. Yeah, we knew that would happen. That Tough Chef, unfortunately, hadn't been able to get back into the session. What about Maniac on Red Bull Moose? He's got DRS, but so does Red Bull Moose. But is Maniac going to be the better driver here? Who we're going to see? Is it going to be Maniac or is it going to be Red Bull Moose? It looks like it's still going to be Red Bull Moose into Ascari. What about down into Parabolica? Maniac gets a really good run. He's slipstreaming. He's on softs. Red Bull Moose is on the mediums and he has used all of his DRS. It is Maniac. Oh no, it is still Red Bull Moose. No, they break. They're still side by side. It's Red Bull Moose. It's Maniac. Who is it? They're still side by side down the main straight. I think Maniac is going to get DRS. No, it's going to be Red Bull Moose is going to get DRS. So Red Bull Moose is going to come back at him, but he doesn't have any ERX. Is he still going to make that move? He does still make that move. And then he cuts the chicane and he fucking wah! Aye, Virtual take the car and there's a Aye. What the Red Bull Moose just he has lost his front wing. Shape Trick and made up position on Skittle Peak. There was Williams who had to avoid all of that. That was absolutely hectic. We have another VSC. Ooh. So, what was that, lads? This is not looking good for Racer ACE. He really did not want that safety car. That VSC, he really did not want it. Because it brings Striker so close behind him. And Red Bull Moose, position lost there for Red Bull Moose. Sheep Trick, well who's that? That's Skittle Peak I see on a charge there. Is Skittle Peak going to make a double? No, he's going to be a boat. Oh, he's losing a bit of a front wing. Red Bull Moose goes super wide. Rolling Fun to come back in. Here comes, where is, so that's Tough Jeff, yeah. And Red Bull Moose into the pit. I feel like we're going to see a pit and quit from Red Bull Moose. Who knows? He might stay in for some points. Oh, what we see in side-by-side battle, we've got an Alpha Tauri and a Alfa Romeo. No, an Alpine. Oh no, something's happened. Who spun? Kiwi Asbro, he spun. It was Rolling Thunder, it was Skittle Peak and Sheep Trick, sorry. Wolfer and Coolboy are side by side, and oh no, Coolboy just put Wolfer into the wall. Oh dearie me, that is no fun. Striker's gotten into the lead from Racer OT, but Racer OT, he's got DRS, he's coming straight at him, and no, he pulls back. But he is really on the edge of the seat here. It's lap 25, and we've just seen Wolfer absolutely get put into a wall. That's unfortunate. What other battles here? We've got Sheep Trick again. We've got some good Gallagher cards here. Who was out side by side? I swear I saw cars side by side. Oh, Sheep Trick, he's gone! He's into the wall of death! Oh no! That is a disappointment for Sheep Trick. Oh no! He's made lap 25 and into the wall at Ascari. The wall of death. That is unfortunate. So, lap 26, sorry. We've got 2 more laps to go. It's gonna be Striker. But what about, where's Maniac? Maniac's pretty clear. Who is battling here? We've got Kiwi, we've got Jace. Alright, looks like we've got Jace F1 and June. No. What about Red Bull Moose and iCross? No, nothing on these two. That's Tough Chef on Kiwi Asbro. Skittle Peak on Bad. Does he have DRS? He does have DRS on. Oh, Racer OC18 at Ascari. Oh, dearie me, that is a disappointment. Looks like Striker's going to win this from Maniac to Callboy. Bill Battlers may get on the podium here. Wowza. What can Skittle Peak and Badge do? And we saw they were quite close to each other. It still is, yeah, Skittle Peak on Badge. Lap 27, the last lap of racing. Who is going to, I'm pretty sure Striker's going to win this, unless Striker also loses out of Ascari. But who are they going to, final positions going to go to? We see the Alpine pull alongside to the Haas, and pulls alongside just before the braking zone and makes it done nice and easy. We see Rebel Moose past JSF1. So everyone's going to get points now. iCross gets fastest lap at the moment. What about Callboy? Sheep Trick has left the session. Oh no. Oh, okay. Well, Sheep Trick has DNF. Oh no. Callboy got a little bit wide there. But does he have DRS? He is not. Maniac doesn't have DRS. What about Badge? What can Badge do anything? This is his last hurrah. Can he do anything down into Ascari? Striker's made it through. Striker's got to come around this final corner. We're going to do it. Like Pierre Gasly in 2020. And it's going to be an AlphaTauri going to stand on that top step. Striker 9 wins the OSRL Round 2 Italian Grand Prix. Wow. What an unexpected that is. Maniac comes home to get P2. Callboy gets P3 in the end. Bill Battlers, ladies and gentlemen, is going to get P4. That's a cracking effort. Skittle Peak comes home for P5. Badge home for P6. Rolling Thunder home for P7. Noodle Mub will get P... Oh no, he will stay behind. P8. Kiwi Asbro for P9. That's Tough Chef for T10. June Barrowband, it's not me, it's you. iCross you. He gets the fastest lap as well, and P13. Red Bull Moose is going to come home, but I feel like there are going to be some after-action penalties here. That's a little bit wide from Red Bull Moose. He crosses the line, and yeah, he will take home P14. So, that was what those last 4 laps from lap 20 to lap 27 was pure chaos. There were DNF, there were spins, there were people forgetting how to use their brakes, there were Max and Lewis side-by-side action into walls. It was... wow! My mind is boggled from that race. But there we go, 27 laps of the Monza circuit, and iCross you gets the fastest lap. Yeah. Who's made the most? Badge made up 10. That's Tough made up a 9. Yeah, made up a couple. That was an insane race. Holy moly. but we'll go through the final results. So we've got Striker, Maniac, Coolboy, Bill Battle, Skittle Peak, Baz, Rolling Thunder, Noodle, Marble, Kiwi, Asbro, that's Tough Jeff, June Barrowban, It's Not Me, It's You, I Crossed You, Red Bull Moose, and Jace F1 a lap down, Racer OCE, Sheep Trick, Wolfer, Quiet Cake, Grandson Nips, all DNF'd. As well, I'm unsure if that Tough Chef will get points because he was in AI. His Wi-Fi crashed and unfortunately was never able to get it going again. But, ladies and gentlemen, that's another round done and dusted. We have just seen Tier 4 at Italy. I've been Venti SS Gaming. I've been your commentator for tonight. That was absolutely insane. I hope everyone had a fantastic night. I'm unsure if the Tier 3 stream is still going, but go check that out if you haven't already on Twitch at OSRL Esports. If you're still on here, make sure you hit a like and subscribe to Oceania Racing Series. I'll be back here next week from 7:30 for round 3 of OSRL. For Tier 4. It has been an absolute pleasure to have you all here tonight. I hope you all have a good one.